Greetings and salutations, internet friends, and welcome back to another episode of the First Time Film Club. My name is Emily, your titular first-timer. This is Matthew, my husband, Cinema Sherpa, and viewer-submitted title, Film Field Marshal.
Nice.
Yeah. That one was submitted by Jennifer Jones, so thank you for that, Jennifer. For those of you new, first off, hi. I hope you're doing well. Hope you're staying warm. It's cold here. I don't know if it's cold where you are. I hope you're doing well. We are watching our way through a very long list of movies that typically I've never seen, but that Matthew has. That being said, dear heart, what are we watching today?
Today we are watching the 1998 war film Saving Private Ryan. And as per usual, I'm going to give you the title, genre, and year. You go in with whatever you already know about the movie. You tell everybody what you know. Then we watch it and review it. So, what do you know about Saving Private Ryan?
So I know that it's a Spielberg. Messed up his name. It's a Spielberg movie. I know that it's got Tom Hanks in it. I'm pretty sure it has Matt Damon. It's war. I don't know which war. It's like Americans. They play Americans. I'm pretty sure it's longish. And it's a war movie. So it's probably gonna be sad to me.
Okay. Because
war movies bum me out a little bit. So I got my beer. I got my tissues. And we've got hot chocolate on hand, so I guess I'm as prepared as I'm gonna be. I don't know the premise. I don't know what happens to Private Ryan, but he needs saving apparently.
Good. I think that going in as blind as possible is gonna be good.
Cool. Awesome. I'm excited. I'm nervous.
All right, last thing for new viewers who may not know, you'll probably see me on my phone during the movie. I'm taking notes on things I want to talk about afterwards. And with that being said, let's watch Saving Private Ryan.
Here we go. God, this doesn't bode well.
Keep those actions clear. And I'll see you on the beach. Party! Sure.
I got it! We stopped the bleeding!
Jesus!
Come on.
Lucky bastard.
Put it back home.
Fish!
Yeah.
Look at this, a Hitler Youth Night.
And now it's a Shabbat Holocaust, right?
Jesus Christ.
You need to take a break?
Dear Mr. Brian Boyd, these two men died in Normandy. This man was killed last week in New Guinea.
Daniel, Ryan.
The three men are brothers, sir. I've just learned that this afternoon their mother's going to be getting all 3 telegrams.
Jesus Christ. Okay, there's so many people in this movie already.
Any contact with the fourth son, James?
No, sir. He's probably KIA.
I have a letter here, written a long time ago to a Mrs. Bixby, the mother of 5 sons who have died gloriously on the field of battle. The solemn pride that must be yours to have laid so costly a sacrifice upon the altar of freedom. Yours very sincerely and respectfully, Abraham Lincoln. The boy's alive. We are going to send somebody to find him.
Some private in the 101st lost 3 brothers and he's got a ticket home. I'm looking for Corporal Upham.
Yes.
I understand you speak French and German?
Yes, sir.
Very good. You've been reassigned to me. Grab your gear.
Sir, may I bring...
Oh, baby. Oh.
Even if you think the mission's FUBAR, sir?
Especially if you think the mission's FUBAR.
What's FUBAR? Oh, it's German.
No.
Stopped by some intense rifle action from the eastward. The Germans have been reinforcing 2 regiments all day.
Paul Giamatti.
That one.
Captain didn't go to school. They assembled them at OCS out of spare body parts and dead GIs.
You want us to take a children?
No. We can't take the kids.
Are you nuts? Listen to the captain!
We're not here to do the decent thing. We're here to follow fucking orders. Copy it. Copy it and send it before it. It's to my dad. It's got blood on it, bitch.
Oh my God.
Get Shaker out of my boot.
Oh. Shit.
Fred Hamill, Pathfinders, 101st.
John Miller, 2nd Rangers. Get Ryan up here.
Sir, Private Ryan recording is ordered.
At ease.
Is that Nathan Fillion?
Mm-hmm.
Your brothers are dead.
Oh my God, my brothers are dead. How did they die?
They were killed in action.
It can't be. My brothers are still in grammar school.
You're James Ryan.
Yeah, James Frederick Ryan, Minnesota.
Oh my God.
Do you know how many men I've lost under my command? 94. But that means I've saved the lives of 10 times that many. The truth is, I wouldn't trade 10 Ryans for 1 Vecchio or 1 Caparzo.
Brings men into such swift and close collision in critical moments that man measures man.
Yeah, well, I guess that's Emerson's way of finding the bright side.
What did you do before the war?
What's the pool up to?
Any guesses or ideas of where he's from or what he did before the war?
He knows Emerson. Oh, wow. That is a very, very cool shot. Commanding officer, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he has a degree. Probably.
You're gonna have to speak up.
You're gonna have to speak up, sir. My hearing, it's not so good.
German grenade
comes and goes. The German grenade went up right by my head.
Got it. James Francis Ryan.
No. James Francis Ryan. Rommel, to babysit a bridge. That's the last I seen of him, sir.
Great. Thank you. Right, thank you. Read, thank you.
Shit.
We can still skip it and accomplish our mission. I mean, this isn't our mission, right, sir?
Just want to leave it here so they can ambush the next company that comes along?
They're trying to take out a machine gun?
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
I got an exit wound. It's in the small of your back.
How big's the hole in it? Is there anything bleeding worse than the other?
Right.
Oh my God, my liver!
Tell us what to do. Tell us how to fix you.
Here you go. Wait. Here you go. Here it comes.
There you...
Mama, I wanna go home. I wanna go home. Mama.
Sir, he says he's sorry about Wade.
You gotta be kidding me. We'll let him go?
My guys will pick him up sooner or later.
Yeah, only if he doesn't get picked up by his own Vermont first and then thrown back into circulation. I'm done with this mission. So,
Mike!
I'm
What's
waiting.
the pool on me up to right now? I'm a school teacher. I teach English composition in this little town called Abley, Pennsylvania. Sometimes I wonder if I've changed so much, my wife is even going to recognize me whenever it is I get back to her, and how I'll ever be able to tell her about days like today. Ryan, finding him so he can go home, if that earns me the right to get back to my wife, well, then that's my mission. I just know that every man I kill, the farther away from home I feel. Captain Miller, Charlie Company, 2nd Rangers.
Corporal Henderson, Easy Company, 501st.
Ryan, first to 506.
James Francis, Ryan?
Yes, sir. How'd you guess that?
Well, you forget you got him.
James Francis, Ryan of Iowa. Your brothers were killed in combat.
Which ones?
Our orders are to bring you back.
It doesn't make any sense, sir. Why? Why me? Why do I deserve to go?
Is that what they're supposed to tell your mother?
Tell her that when you found me, I was here, and I was with the only brothers that I have left. There's no way I'm leaving this bitch.
You don't get to make that choice, babe.
This position right here, this is the Alamo. They push us back this far, last man alive blows the bridge.
Captain, where am I during all this?
We're more than 2 feet away from me. That's not negotiable.
Put you in a damn safe.
Quite a situation, huh? Unbelievable. Up beyond all recognition.
There you go. You figured it out.
When I think of home, I think of something specific.
2 of my brothers came and woke me up in the middle of the night. There was my oldest brother, Dan, with Alice, Alice Jardine. Picture a girl who just took a nosedive from the ugly tree and hit every branch.
Oh, no.
And Sean saying, what are you trying to hit me for? I just did you a favor. That was it. That was the last. Dan went off to basic the next day. That was the last night the 4 of us were together. Tell me about your wife and those rose bushes.
No, that one I saved just for me. Get down!
Ryan! Get off of me!
Are you all right?
Get off of me! Yeah, I'm fine too, Captain. Pincer move! Parker! Targets 8 o'clock low! God grab me strength! Parker, get out!
Up 'em. Up 'em.
Please get up there.
Listen, stop! Stop! No.
You fall back!
You be right behind us!
Oh!
Mike, are you all right?
I just got the wind knocked out of me.
Get out of here!
Not the guy they let go.
Up him.
Medic!
James. Earn this.
To inform you, your son, Private James Ryan, is well and at this very moment on his way home.
My family is with me today. Every day, I think about what you said to me that day on the bridge. I've tried to live my life the best I could. I hope that was enough. I hope that at least in your eyes, I've earned what all of you have done for me. Tell me I have led a good life.
You are.
So that was Saving Private Ryan. Overall thoughts.
That was rough. I don't know. I've never been to war, but I feel like it was probably accurate. And that's probably the worst part of it. Phenomenal movie.
Mm-hmm.
Was this based on a true story?
Yes and no. There was a...
Very loosely based.
Well, no, there was very, very similar. There was a soldier whose brothers were all killed, and there was a mission to go get him to bring them back home.
Yeah.
But all these characters, they're fictionalized.
Yeah. Damn.
Kind of at a loss for words.
A little bit, yeah. I'm gonna kind of just need you to walk me through this one because y'all I'm exhausted.
Yeah.
I mean, so we watched 2 movies today. We watched Bill and Ted first.
Yeah, I said we should watch Bill and Ted first, and then this, because I kind of figured after this you would be a little emotionally drained and not really probably in the mood or
no, God,
in the right mindset to really watch anything else.
Yeah,
yeah, we normally watch, 2 or 3 movies in one sitting. What stuck out the most about this to you? What hit you the hardest, or do you just want to go through the notes?
So I mean, I'll speak to that. I don't know why. Like, you watch action movies and people are getting, blown up, shot left and right, and it's not as impactful. I guess it's because this is based on a real war that happened. It's just so much more gruesome, and the beach.
Yeah, the opening beach scene is probably what the movie is most famous for. What comes to everyone's mind when they hear the title Saving Private Ryan. For the majority of people, I would think
that there were people, like, everything about that was like killing people. Every aspect of that beach was death. I mean, they couldn't even get off the boat without being shot, and then when they did get off the boat, they drowned with their own equipment. Just a lot.
Yeah, it's intense.
Yeah, so the beach was rough, but the one that got me was Wade. He was like the doctor, he was the medic. He knew he was dying on like on a different level. Like, he was triaging himself. And then at the end, when he was crying, it was like too real.
Yeah, it's very hard to watch. Makes it even more impactful is that it's a good portion of the way into the movie and you spent time with that character, getting to know them, seeing the group, that camaraderie, the brotherhood they were talking about. You feel that, and you get to know the character, and to see, it's very hard to watch.
That the letter kept getting passed on. Like, he took it and kept. Sorry, y'all. I'm sorry.
No. It's tough.
There's just so many aspects to this movie that just murder you.
Real gut punches.
Like, I think it's so interesting that like, Ryan isn't, like, he is obviously an important part of the story, but like, you get to a point, or at least I did, I was like, to hell with Ryan. Like, I don't care about him. Like, I just want these boys to get through it.
Yeah, I think that's what's one of the interesting things about the movie. Like I said, I think most people think of that opening scene, the beach landing, but after that, I think it poses like an interesting question. You know, what's the value of one life compared to another, and like, what's the significance?
Yeah.
When it's a huge war going on and there are many people losing their lives, and is it worth it? Is it not? Like, the whole, I think it's a interesting question.
Yeah. Let's go through your notes because I need some direction.
All right. So we were just talking about the beach scene, the opening. They shot that in sequence, like a day at a time, moving up the beach a little, shooting everything. It cost $11 million to shoot that scene.
Jesus.
There were over 1,000 extras. Some were amputees that were given like prosthetics to have the explosions, and then the missing limbs.
I don't know what I was expecting, but him picking up the arm, that was...
Yeah, it's brutal, it's rough, it's very intense. They shot it over a 4-week period. What's up?
The boy who got hit in the helmet and then took the helmet off.
Yeah. So it was, like I said, it was filmed over 4 weeks. And they did it day by day, moving up the beach a little bit at a time. And according to Steven Spielberg, none of it was like prevised or storyboarded out. It was just in advance. If that's true, then it's a monument to his filmmaking. A testament.
Then how did he know what to explode when?
This is just what I've read that he has said in interviews.
Spielberg witchcraft. I got it.
Yeah,
that tracks.
There was over like 40 barrels of
fake blood.
Yeah, fake blood in the water.
I was wondering about that. So just FYI, we take a short break after the movie to collect ourselves, and that was one of the thoughts that ran through my head. I was like, how much fake blood did they use on that beach, and what was it that it didn't affect the local? Was that a beach? Was that some kind of closed set or something?
No, it was a beach. I think it was in Scotland or Ireland. I'm not sure, but it was one of those.
You know a small detail that caught me off guard? The fish. Because there were explosions out in the water. Of course it's going to kill fish. Like that just... it was another aspect of like the reality of what was happening.
In the beginning, you said you were pretty sure that this had Matt Damon in it.
Yeah.
And some interesting notes about his casting. Whenever Spielberg cast him, well, at the time he cast him, he was relatively unknown. Mm-hmm. But Matt Damon had just got finished shooting Good Will Hunting, and it came out in '97, and he won the Oscar for it. So,
like, well, he was unknown.
Yeah, he became overnight.
Yeah.
And another thing about Matt Damon's casting is Spielberg had the primary cast, that company with Tom Hanks and them, go through a week-long, basic kind of boot camp. Mm-hmm. And it was fairly arduous, very tough. Mm-hmm. I said it was very grueling. All of them but one person went through the boot camp. All but Matt Damon. And that's because Spielberg wanted those actors to resent him.
Wow.
And wanted that feeling to come through.
Okay.
Like basically he wanted to have the characters like have a real resentment for him, so it would show through in their performance.
Yeah. Method acting.
And it was bad because none of those guys had been through anything like that except Tom Hanks. He did when he was in Forrest Gump.
Oh, okay.
He did a little boot camp for that. And speaking of Tom Hanks and that boot camp, basically all the actors were they all voted to not do the boot camp. All but Tom Hanks, who voted to do it because he enjoyed it. And since basically his vote carried more weight.
Yeah. You were like, well, too bad, boys.
Yeah, so they all had to go through with it, which I think it's for the benefit of the film.
Mm-hmm.
Also with Tom Hanks, and speaking of things to benefit the film and his vote mattering more, or him being Tom Hanks and the caliber of actor he is. Basically, that scene where he's telling them what he did back home. Mm-hmm. He was a school teacher and all that. Originally in the script, that was a lot longer. Mm-hmm. But Tom Hanks talked to Steven Spielberg and was like, I don't think he's like my character. He's a very reserved, quiet guy. I don't think he would say all of that.
Yeah.
And basically, in his status as an actor and him being taken who he is, Spielberg listened to that. Yeah. Was like, yeah, I agree. You're right. And so they ended up cutting it down, which, yeah, I think fits.
I thought that was perfect because, you're not going to have a super long, flowery speech in the midst of all of that. Like, that's not the place for it, and he's certainly not the character to give that. I thought what he delivered was perfect. And I will say, I didn't say it out loud because I got caught up in the rest, the movie. Mm-hmm. But you had asked me at one point, what do you think he did? And I said, I think he has a degree. I was on my way to saying, I think he's a professor.
Yeah, you mentioned I thought you were going to get it because you said he knows about Emerson.
Yeah. I thought maybe he's like a literary professor or something. I don't know.
Yeah, when you said that, I thought you might get it.
I was thinking he's got leadership skills. People listen to him. I mean, some people are just, innately they have that. But I was like, if he had a job beforehand, it was probably something that required people to listen to him.
And speaking of Spielberg, whenever they were doing and they had the explosions, he had this he had some of the cameras rigged up with these drills on the side. So when the explosions would go off, the drills would go and it would shake the camera. But then I don't think it was a cinematographer. I think it might have been one of the cameramen. Basically told him we have shaky cam rigs. Mm-hmm. I just remember seeing an interview that he said that he thought he invented some new like technique for.
It's like, look what I did. Like, well.
But to speak to that, I know a lot of time whenever a movie has like shaky camera in it, like people don't like it. I thought it really.
The only time that it took me out of it a little bit was there at the end. It was like right before they were crossing the bridge, I think, or maybe right when they crossed the bridge. It was really shaky and for like a prolonged scene. And I was like, my eyes start, and also my eyes are very tired. Like I could feel my lids swelling. So I was just like, okay, I'm done with the shaky cam. But other than that,
generally, I think people frown upon it. But I think with this, the way it was used, I like it a lot because it really emphasizes like the chaos of the battle, and it just makes it feel more real, more visceral.
Yeah, absolutely.
After the movie, it was just a minute ago, you said that you've never been to war, but you felt like that was real. According to a lot of like D-Day veterans, they've commended Spielberg on his like authenticity. They said it was one of the most like authentic, realistic depictions of what happened. Even you've seen Star Trek: The Original Series, you know, Scotty, James Doohan, I think that's how you say it. He commended Spielberg. He was a participant in the D-Day invasion.
Oh, okay.
He lost his middle finger on his right hand.
I never realized that.
I think in the original series, Star Trek, they kind of like
did a lot of clever
hiding.
Gotcha.
But he praised Spielberg for that and for not leaving out any of the gory bits. I would commend Spielberg on that because he was very uncompromising, and I think he was at a level in Hollywood to where he could be uncompromising too. Basically, I think it was in India. They said that they wouldn't release it there unless he made cuts, and Spielberg said, "I'm not making cuts.
Yeah,
it's going to be released as is because that's the way he wanted it."
And I think if you were to do a cut, like it takes away from the purpose of the movie. Like, you're supposed to feel horrible watching this. Like, it's supposed to be a gut check because that's what war is, and this war in particular was awful. So if you cut out the things that make it that visceral, you're doing a disservice to the people who died.
Yeah.
Personal opinion.
So,
sorry.
Props to Spielberg for that. I completely agree with him, and I'm happy that he was uncompromising, and I'm happy that he had that level of power because, a lot of the times studios will make demands because they're more business minded. They're thinking about how do we get more profit. That's why there's a lot more PG-13 movies now. They're trying to get like the widest audience possible to make as much money as possible. Doesn't always work out for the best. Also, speaking of Spielberg and his filmmaking, I've mentioned this before in the last couple of our live streams, and I'm going to mention it again because I really enjoyed it. There's a documentary on HBO Max called Spielberg, and
I watched some of it. He sent me out of the room for
whenever it came up to Saving Private Ryan, you gotta leave. You haven't seen this movie.
No, I didn't.
And I don't want you to really see anything about it. I want you to be raw coming in.
Well, congratulations, you done it. I was.
If you're interested in his movies and like his filmmaking and some of his backstory, and like he's been making these war movies since he was a kid. Yeah, he even he's even in interviews said that even if Saving Private Ryan got like a NC-17 rating, he wasn't going to change anything. He was going to release it as it was. Like I said, no compromises.
Yeah.
Which, good. Very big fan of. Whenever this was released in theaters, the the theaters were given a note to basically crank up the volume, basically have more of an effect, like with the gunfire and the explosions, and basically have it shaking people as they were watching.
One of those D seats before they're D seats.
Yeah, to really,
whatever they are.
To really try to put you in.
Yeah.
I say to try to like put you in the mindset of, I mean, as best as you can.
Yeah.
Because it's unfathomable to. It's almost.
Wanted you to experience it, not just see it.
Yeah, but it's. What I'm saying is, it's like impossible to.
Oh yeah.
To really put yourself in that place to really. Like, I cannot imagine what would have been going through their minds, what the soldiers would have been feeling on the boats on the way to Normandy. Like, it's like you just can't. There's no way.
No.
And that's like with Oppum at the end of the movie. They're fighting upstairs and he's doing very slow. I know you were saying, like, just get up there, please. And I think it's one of those things, like, I think a lot of people's initial reaction would be...
You want somebody to be angry at.
Yeah, initial reaction would be like, you want to be angry at him. You know, he didn't help.
But I mean, first off, I wouldn't have made it that far. I mean, I'm pretty sure I would have...
Until you're in that life or death situation, that fight or flight, like, you never know how you're going to react.
And even then, you don't know what you're doing. Like, I think it's just all reaction and instinct. So... Because I was mad at him, but then at the end when he shot the POW that wasn't a POW because he just like dude said, he went right back into circulation. I mean, I didn't feel any better. Yeah. I didn't feel like vindication. You just feel numb. Yeah. So it's like, what good would it have done if he would have shot that guy coming down the stairs? You know, the damage is done. But, which is, I think, this movie does such a good job of putting those questions, those big moral quandary issue kind of type things. And like, do you think you could do a better job?
Yeah, I mean, you never know. Like, it's impossible to know. Yeah. Interesting note, or you might find interesting since you edit these videos yourself. Just a quick editing note. This was the last movie to not use a digital editing like system.
Oh, to not use. I was like, what?
Yeah, basically.
So they pieced this together physically by hand.
Yeah, this is the last movie
on film.
To use a non-digital editing like style.
Well, that's hella impressive because this is a beast of a movie.
It is Jesus. It's close to 3 hours long. This one.
No, just I wouldn't know. That's too much.
We just watched Psycho not too long ago. Spielberg had kind of a Hitchcockian rule request. He requested that no one be admitted into the theater after it began. I can see why. Like, you have to be there for that opening scene. Yes.
I
thought Tom Hanks. I thought all the cast was amazing. Yeah, there's not like.
There's no weak link in this chain.
Yeah,
everybody did a fantastic job.
It was great. Tom Hanks, he was inducted into the Army Ranger Hall of Fame as a honorary member because of his portrayal of Captain Miller.
This movie was jam freaking packed with people. Like, I just every time I looked up, Vin Diesel was in this. That threw me for a loop. I wasn't prepared. And then there was Paul Giamatti, and
I don't know if you noticed him also in that little town where Paul Giamatti was. Ted Danson was also in there. He was the commander of the group.
Yeah,
Nathan Fillion.
Yeah, I wasn't prepared for that. Also Walter White.
Yep.
Yeah.
Bryan Cranston.
I always forget his name. I'm sorry.
Not surprising.
So many people.
The sound design was really interesting. They went to a gun range in Georgia, I believe, and basically all the gunfire in the movie is real actual gunfire with live ammunition. They went and recorded a bunch of it.
Damn.
They had the weapons rigged up with basically sensors, and whenever the one actor would pull the trigger, the other actor that was getting shot, it would send a an electrical signal to their squib to explode it.
Okay, that's smart, because that way you don't have to eyeball it.
You don't have to time it.
Yeah.
That's most of everything. I think the rest of it we kind of covered in conversation. So do you want to rate it?
Yeah.
So what would you rate Saving Private Ryan?
All right, so this is a weird one for me. This is a very difficult rating because on paper, this is a 10. This movie is a 10. It is beautifully shot. Like the black and white, like the explosions at night.
Where
like
they're moving through the field at night and you can see them like lighted by the silhouettes of the explosion.
The like close-ups, like angling down the gun slightly off, so you get that, that jarring sensation. I mean, cinematically, it is a feast. It is so beautifully done. Even the gore is like, it's impressive because like there's so much thought and meticulous energy that went into making all of this look so
looked great,
so realistic and so just impactful. It is a phenomenal film. I see now why people talk about it the way that they have. The technical aspect of it, the storytelling aspect of it, everything about it, it's a 10 out of 10. However, for me, I do not think that I will ever watch this again. It's right up there with the Green Mile for me.
It is very emotionally taxing.
Yeah. Intensely emotionally aggressive to me, for me, that I don't think I will ever watch it again. And a movie that is that impactful, it gets a 10. But I don't think that I will ever be able to. I am dreading editing this. Because with the edit, I'm not just watching the movie again. I'm watching it in slow, incremental bits, bit by bit. And I have to watch my reaction and your reaction and decide what to cut and piece together. This is going to be...
It's not going to be
This is going to be really rough.
It's going to be tough. And I feel for you.
So, I hope you guys enjoy the final product. What about you? It's a 10. It's a 10.
Yeah, 10. That's the long and short of it.
I mean, I don't know how you can give this anything other than that.
You say you don't know how you can give it anything other than that. Spielberg won for Best Director for this. He won an Oscar for Best Director. The movie did not win Best Film. And some people know what I'm about to say. I know what you're about to ask. What did? Shakespeare in Love.
Are you kidding me? I've seen that movie. That movie is hot garbage compared to this.
That's just what happened.
Who votes on this?
I'm not sure, but
bunch of goobers?
If I had a vote, yeah, it wouldn't have been for Shakespeare in Love. I mean, I enjoyed the movie.
It's okay. I'm sorry. It's okay at best. Not even comparing it to this. It's okay.
But yeah, if I had a vote and it mattered for anything, yeah, it would have went for Saving Private Ryan. So, sorry to upset you again right here at the end.
Bullshit!
That's it for me, unless you have anything else.
No, I'm going to go take an ibuprofen, a Xanax, and drink some hot chocolate, and probably take a nap. But yeah, I think that's about that. As always, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I don't really say if you haven't seen the movie in a while, go back and watch it. If you're prepared, go back and watch it.
That was a big thing. You said you wanted to watch Saving Private Ryan, and I was like, are you sure? Are you...
Yep, I did. I did agree to it.
I was like, are you...
And I'm glad that I watched it. I am. I am very glad that I have finally experienced this film, this experience. If you enjoyed my experience, please make sure to like the video. Leave us a comment. Let us know what were some of the scenes that broke you. Do you have any...
What made the most impact on you? What would you rate the movie?
Yeah. Just let us know. We always love to see you guys' opinion and to see some of the suggestions for follow-up movies. If you don't already, please make sure to subscribe to the channel so you can stay up to date on all of our movie and TV watching experiences. And Unless you have anything else.
I don't. Check out that Spielberg documentary.
It's pretty good. Well, with that being said, guys, we'll see you next time with another First Time.